from the station that's working for you. You're watching Fox 4 News at 9.
I talk about them all the time just to keep their memories alive.
Tonight, loved ones come together to remember a Blue Springs family who lost 3 generations in a single storm. This week is Severe Weather Preparedness Week, and last night we were dealing with all that wind and snow, but storms producing tornadoes, they're also possible this time of year. Thanks for joining us at 9. I'm Bria Leff.
And I'm John Holt. It was 3 years ago today that an Iowa tornado devastated the lives of a Blue Springs family. Fox 4's Dave DeMarco here with us now on how the 4 victims of that Iowa storm were remembered tonight.
And this is often referred to as the Winterset tornado, a powerful EF4 tornado that killed 6 people, including 4 people from the same family, all visiting that home from Blue Springs.
March 5th, 2022. Carrie Bolger, her husband, and 3 kids were visiting their mom, stepdad, and brother in Madison County, Iowa, south of Des Moines. At 4:26, a supercell tornado formed that would end up heading straight for their home in a rural wooded area.
They always tell you, like, go to the center of the house if you don't have a basement with no windows, and that's exactly where we went, under the biggest staircase, and it just didn't work out how we had thought it would.
Bolger's husband Mike, 5-year-old daughter Kinley, and 2-year-old son Owen were all killed. Her mother Melissa Baisley barely survived long enough to give her phone so Carrie could try to call 911 for help. It would take hours for first responders to rescue 4 of the 8 family members in the home that was lifted off its foundation and reduced to rubble.
I remember when they told me that my mom and husband and 2 kids didn't make it, and I just asked, like, I need to know Bryson's okay.
Just a couple days later, Fox 4 talked to Bolger from her hospital bed, where she was recovering with a broken leg and pelvis.
Everything will get better.
3 years later, Bolger recently had that rod removed from her leg and was just cleared for full activity. But of course, she's still going through the grieving process.
I felt upset that I have the same videos to look at over and over again, but I can't create new videos with them, so that's, I don't know, that's hard.
But she says she remains strong, both because of and for her son, Bryson, and tries to set a good example of healthy emotional responses. Recovery like this takes a community.
Having that support and having people reach out even years later is just like, you know, it means everything.
Especially on the anniversary, as friends and loved ones gathered where the 4 are buried for a balloon release at exactly 4:26. Wednesday's winds sending the balloons flying almost as quickly as their home and lives were turned upside down.
Appreciate what you have because it could be gone in a moment.
And Bria and John, she says that even a storm like last night with those howling winds is pretty tough for both her and her son to deal with, but they are helped by knowing that they have a severe weather plan if they ever need it again.